introduction, but I'm gonna do it anyway. It's the one and only Blair the Flair, and I can't say it better than he does, so I'm gonna let you go right ahead and do it.
Woo! The most exciting man in boxing, Blair the Flair, has arrived. We are here kicking it live at Mill City Boxing. Let's get it. Let's get into the drama. Let's get into the action, baby.
So there is action, there is drama. I've been watching a couple of your interviews, and you've been a lot more outspoken with the Haneys. Um, y'all were really cordial at one point in time. I know you came in here, you was very cordial, but the sparring league has came out with you and Devin.
Did they? I didn't see nothing.
I seen
What
a
was it?
piece. I seen a piece that you were saying, "Oh, oh, Mayweather!" Like I seen you slipping, and I seen you pushing the pace.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, and I said Mayweather and this and that. And I was like, oh, isn't that your man? Like, yeah,
Yeah,
it was fun. It was fun, I did like the little shoulder roll and it caught him with an uppercut, pop, and popped his little head a little bit and just play a little cat and mouse game, enjoy myself, having a good time. But like Devin Haney is still a great fighter. He's still great and does a lot of things. I had to be outspoken about how they took a loss because we can't allow BM to be part of boxing like completely. And I'm trying to make the new wave to make sure that people are being right and righteous when it comes to boxing. Like, look, you take your L's like a man. You know what I'm saying? You don't take your L's like a bitch, and then start acting up. So they didn't like that. Yeah, they didn't. They got upset that I'm speaking the truth, and that's what it's about, man. We can't sit here and like and not say nothing, you know. And that's just what it is.
um, obviously we obviously gonna end up talking about that lawsuit because I mean it has to really kind of go with what you're saying. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's a little ridiculous. I mean, did they not have everything and did everything that they could? I mean, obviously, like looking over it, it just seems like it's a whole lot of shenanigans. It's a little too much going on, and it's a whole lot of shenanigans, and Blair's not even involved. Like it's still like what I mean. It's just a whole lot of shit that that's transpiring after a fight. Like it's like Jesus Christ, man. Like you know what? Devin Haney cannot lose at all ever. Like bro, like take your loss like you're supposed to, and bounce back like a true champion that you're supposed to be. Like your life and your fucking boxing career shouldn't be based on like your fictitious fake ass record. I mean, if you fought somebody, you happen to win some and you happen to lose some, but sitting here acting like as if like you're never supposed to lose, and then you got stupid motherfuckers out here calling you Lord Haney. Will you stop putting these motherfuckers on your goddamn payroll to call you Lord Haney? Because that's some stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? Like that's just ridiculous.
Let me get into some of these tweets that Bill has posted as well because we haven't talked about Bill, but even that, like, I know that on Twitter he said something upon I'm gonna post the whole sparring up. You're not on Twitter, are you?
Nah, not really. I mean, I'm on Twitter, but not really. I'm barely consistent with Instagram, but I do what I can.
So, he said, did you hear that comment though of him writing that I'm gonna post the whole sparring?
I don't really care. I don't really care. I didn't know. I'm still waiting for it. So, and like we'll see what it look like. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they think that catching me on like a 2 year layoff and like me just coming out of nowhere out of shape to spar, that's a flex if they ever made like one good round. And it's funny because it's not like they jumped so quick to drop it. I mean, you didn't even have to threaten. You could have just dropped it, and then it'd be like, so what? but it seems like it's not as great as they thought it was. So it sounds like they're taking that shit back. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens.
You gave Devin a nickname as well. Do you remember it?
I don't even know. What
You was
what was
calling
the
you, you was calling him pillow fisted.
nickname? Pillow fisted.
Pillow fisted Devin. That's what you were saying. It, is that so? Let me tell you something. You never been this outspoken. Why all of a sudden? It couldn't just be because of that sore losing, that like the sore losing of Ryan and the the whole situation with Ostarine and stuff like that. Like, was it just that got you so outspoken, or what was it?
Yeah, honestly, it was just that, and it
That's
wasn't
it.
just that. It was like they just did an unbelievable amount of just nonsense, as if like they never was supposed to lose to Ryan, and it's like, bro, anybody could lose to Ryan. Anybody could have got hit with that hook. Anybody. And it's not about like getting knocked down. It's not even about losing. It's about how you react when it's time to get your ass back up. You know what I mean? Like you don't fucking get your ass back up and then go to the lawyer and sue. You're like you don't get up and be like, you know what, I'm gonna call the cops now. Like that's just some that's that doesn't sound manly at all, honestly. That doesn't sound like a man. Like, you know what I mean? That doesn't sound like he should be doing that and sounds doesn't sound like a fighter. You know what I mean? And it's and like we need to clean this sport up. So the Grim Reaper comes out and go ahead and I go ahead and knock off that career and go ahead and slay and take what's mine's, and what's mine is his career. You know, if that if it be that, then I'll go ahead and take that, because that's what happens when you lose to somebody like Blair Flair.
So
It's
I
over.
mean, in your eyes, you wouldn't mind if that full sparring that he talks about gets put out there. Like you would rather it be put out there.
Man, I just want to see him bounce back and do better. You know what I mean? And like stop the shenanigans, stop the charades immediately with the Ryan Garcia allegations and all this stuff. Like, look, you already did enough. You did enough, so much so that like somebody like me have to come out and say something. And it's ridiculous. And it should never be that way. And people like me shouldn't have to say something to that degree. You know what I mean? When he's over here like twerking in a video with like like bowling, talk about something. Yay! I got my fight returned. I got my O back, and it's like, bro, you're like an O don't define you. In fact, that just you what you did was real bitch like, and like we need to do better. You know what I'm saying? And like what I say is respected by a lot of people, and the reason why is because I ain't the only one thinking it. You know what I'm saying? I don't speak just like for myself. I'm not here just trying to start a fight with Devin Haney, because that's probably one of the last things I want to do. These motherfuckers don't play fair at all. They'll try to rob you. They'll they'll everybody's on payroll. Everybody's on payroll with Bill Haney. You know what I mean? Flash your money and all that stuff. And like, you know what I mean? It ain't never right. But if I gotta stand here and fight for the sport of boxing, I will. If I
You're
need to
willing to
make
go against
things
the
right,
odds.
yeah, I will go against the odds again, just like I've done it again. When's the last time Haney done it? Never. Yeah, and like we'll see what a man is really made out of, because like that's just what it is. I got nothing but respect for them though. It's just I cannot respect their actions, so why can't I respect them for that? You know what I mean? And no no fighter and no true sports fan should ever think that how they're going about this fight is okay. The eye string thing. We want to talk about eye string. Look, it's already been discovered that there's a lot of supplements that have eye string in it that they don't actually put on labels. And how do we know what it is tainted supplements? How do we know? By how much ostarine is actually in the blood? Now they out with how much ostarine was in the blood, and it was an extremely low dosage. and extremely low doses of Ostarine that's stuck in your blood, that does absolutely nothing to the fact that he took a whooping. And that's just what it is. Like, that's just what it is, man. So
Mm.
it's just like, bro, take your losses. You lost. I saw a video of him saying this. Like they're asking him, is there anything that you could have did different in the fight? Is there any way, like, how do you see how you possibly could have lost that fight? And he literally said, I don't know. No,
To
there's
Andre
nothing.
Ward.
I did everything possible. There's no way I should have lost that fight. I'm like, bro, but you got hit with the hook, and like that's his specialty. That was his main weapon that you should have definitely been trying to stop. One, if it was ever one thing, you could have let him hit you with everything else, but that fucking hook, you got to stop that one. And he just did not do that.
Mm.
And like, what? So why should I be sitting here like taking his bullshit? I don't think anybody should be taking his bullshit. Like, regardless, Ryan won the fight, and there's just no way that that he should be sitting here saying that there's no possible way that Ryan ever won the fight. I mean, dude, just learn from your mistakes and be better next time. That's
Do you feel like this is Devin's, him wanting to do this, or do you feel like it's Bill that wants to kind of like proceed in that? What are your thoughts on that?
I believe that Bill really pushes that envelope more so than Devin. I think I always want to believe the best in people, so I always want to believe the best in even somebody like Haney. Not just being a jerk off and be like, yeah, you know what, I should have never won. Maybe he's just buying into his hype, or just buying into the hype that his father is putting upon him. I don't know what it is, but I hope that things get better for them and do better, and not just be out here stealing money from Ryan more and more and more, and just like and pushing everybody to blame when you lose, because that's a bad way to go. When I lost, I didn't fucking just sit here and blame everybody about my loss. You know what I mean? Tell you the truth, I had nothing to say. I had absolutely nothing to say. Then I turned from Blair to Flair to business Blair. And I went straight to work. And then very next fight, only a couple months later, long before the year ended.
So, you know, you spoke a lot upon the Haneys. Now, is there a call out that comes with all this? Like, did you call them out, like to fight? Because at one point in time, they wanted to fight Adrian Broner. You knock Adrian Broner's tooth out, beat him, and then what? Your name, and now you guys are going back and forth talking about sparring. I mean, how realistic do you think this fight could happen for you?
I mean, I believe it can happen. I mean, he did say that he wanted to fight Adrian Broner, but what is it, because he looked like he was easier work? I mean, you was trying to campaign at 147 after you already got as many belts you could at 140, and did this and did that. What was the next move was going to 147 and fighting like Keith Thurman or Adrian Broner. Well, Adrian Broner's out the picture. Keith Thurman's out the picture. But I tell you who is in the picture: Blair Flair, and we can go either way with it. You know what I mean? So I don't see why not. Why not just make it happen? And that's when I was just talking, and it really wasn't really shit talking, just talking about the facts. But then when they clap back, it's like, well, look, we can actually make this fight happen now. Like, what I mean? We can make this fight happen. You free? I got Doc Key. We moving and grooving. We can make this fight happen on any network at any time. So why not? Why not make it happen? We can fully promote it. Everybody will show up. You can have it right here in Vegas. And it's not like it's not going to be a crowd pleasing performance, because I'm gonna make sure that your ass ain't boring like you have been in a couple of last fights. You know what I mean? And we can make that happen. I don't see why not.
How's the fight play out in your eyes?
um, it's hard to say because I want to see what else he might have. Maybe
Mm.
he has something that I don't know. But most for the most part, how it plays out is that he gets caught. He gets caught with something that he can't see coming, and then he gets to running from a motherfucker that's extremely fast. I mean, it's hard. Like you can't run from a rabbit. You're usually chasing a rabbit, but if you gotta run from that motherfucker, it's the rap. You're good. You're done. Like tag, you're it. So we'll see what happens. How it plays, I can't tell you. You know, but that's how it usually plays. I would wager that they would try their damn bestest to rob me as much as they possibly could. They will have everybody in their pocket. So like the shot that I will have to throw to put them down will have to be something that they cannot avoid, and he will have to be put out completely. Ain't no rolling around for fucking 15 seconds for the referee to be counting the 20. He'll have to be out completely. You know what I mean? And like at the worst case scenario, he might lose something on the way out of that goddamn ring. That's how it usually happens. So
Mm.
that's my thoughts. Um but I would tell you one thing. I'm not one of those guys that's overlooking fighters. He's still a tremendous fighter. And I got nothing but respect for both of those guys, Devin and the one that actually talks shit and promote, which is his father.
Now, I was hearing little things that you were saying in the ring, and then I also was hearing Bill saying he wanted another round. How was that sparring? And yeah, how was that?
It was me having a good
And when
time.
was that? When was it too?
That was a long time ago. All right, well, I can tell you what happened in that situation. I'm just getting to Vegas and getting my life together after a 2-year layoff. Haven't fought in 2 years at that time period. And I'm just trying to get in shape and get myself ready. I'm campaigning at 140, and they asked for work. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever, blase, blase. But they wanted to make it like I didn't know who the hell these guys are. I'm just like, I don't know who the fuck this is. This is a nobody to me. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, why not we get some work? I wouldn't have thought that like the sparring is gonna be like everything to them, like it's a fucking fight. I'm not really taking it that serious at all. And I just I just try to dominate the rounds, round by round, land more punches, show them a little flair, enjoy myself. And if you got so many people all around the ring talking shit, well, don't worry, I can talk shit too. I can talk shit too. But the thing is, you the only motherfucker in the ring. so so it's just me and you. You know what I mean? So I'm just enjoying myself and enjoying the time. I'm out of shape. So like I did the rounds that we agreed to. And then I got out. You know what I mean? It ain't no, oh yeah, can we do one more? One more then. Like you're like, no, you can one more me tomorrow. You can one more me when I'm in shape. Or like, you know what I mean? If that. You know what I mean? I dare you show up tomorrow. Like, no, they ain't showing up tomorrow. Like, you know what I mean? And that's how it is. Usually they like to play games out here in Vegas where they try to like lowball people or swindle people into situations that's not favorable and not fair. And I didn't play into their games. You know what I mean? We're gonna play fair. And if you can't get me at that time, find another time. You know what I mean? And that's
Hmm.
how it plays. How it plays out. I had a lot of layoffs in my career, big layoffs, trying to get things going, and I'm a true underdog. You know what I mean? I'm the true underdog of boxing, and I truly speak for the people. And when somebody like me rises, truth rises. When somebody like me rises, the people actually rises. When somebody like me rises, boxing becomes better because it's the people like me that like that promotes the dream.